Indeed, it is. Good morning, everybody. I want to tell you something. I just rolled out of bed. I'm talking about rolled out of bed. I've not got a night's sleep like I had last night in a long time. And what I did is, I got this restless leg syndrome. I mean, I kick like a dog at night, and my little legs just kicking all the time. And last night I took me. Now Beth knows this. She's really get on to me. I took 4 Benadryl last night and 2 ibuprofens together. And boy, that must have been the combination. Oh, and I took 3 gummy bears of what's that stuff? Melatonin. Whew, I'm telling you, like in a coma overnight. I just have rolled out. So let's see what's going on. Oh, and I like our discussion in our Discord group about FOMO, fear of missing out, and the YOLO that all the kids are doing now. You only live once. You only live once. And the tendency to say, man, I got to put all my little eggs into this one basket so that uh, and if I lose it all, I lose it all. If I gain it all, I gain it all. And then you go to Reddit and you read all these YOLOs and FOMOs and everything, and as they call it, game porn. But a lot of times you don't see the losses. And Ken is right. You don't see the losses where these people make irrational decisions. These are not rational people. These are people who have got stimulus checks from the government. And what they're doing with their stimulus checks is they're sitting on their arse at home, not working, not going into the labor force, and they're in the basement of their mom and dad's house, and they're taking these thousands of dollars that they've got and they're parlaying it into these meme stocks. And as Stacy said, her husband has a friend who's made $25,000 in AMC. And then the natural question comes, hey, are we in AMC? And you go, no, we're not in AMC. And they're like, well, I wonder why. Why are we not there? And even some of my investors are like, hey, Bob, are we in GME? Man, we need to get in that. And I'm like, no, we're not in GME, GameStop. And then the question is why? And you have to explain to them that the prudent investor or trader doesn't get involved in those types of things. Now, it's amazing that Tom Shoshnoff, as Beth says, is involved in some of those things, right? Why? Well, he knows that he likes the excitement. He likes the ups and the downs and all of that. And keep in mind, every time that you and I hit the button and Tasty works, we're giving him $1. So he likes us to be involved too. And that's why you see the small exchange announced this morning, hey, they're going to have a small product in cannabis. Well, why is there a small product in cannabis? Because people believe that cannabis is the next, cryptocurrency. Why are they doing all of the cryptocurrencies now? Because that's where the excitement is. That people can put $25,000 into a single underline, and the next thing you know, you're a millionaire. So then you go, someone will tell you, Matt's wife is probably saying, hey, baby, are we in? I don't know if she calls you baby or honey or sugar, whatever she calls you, but she's like, hey, are we in GameStop? And you're like, no, we're not doing that. Oh, okay. So what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm in Bobby's group. Oh, yeah, y'all must be killing it. Bobby, he's got his PhD. He did his dissertation on black swan hedge. He's the stuff, right? How y'all do it? Well, his account's up about $500 on the year. And then Matt's wife walks away. She shakes her head. So, it can be a little bit frustrating, but don't lose track of what we're doing. Don't lose track of what we're doing because what they are doing will last for, an hour. What we're doing can last throughout a career. So we're trying to show not blowing out accounts. We're trying to show consistency. We're trying to show that trading is more of a science than it is an art. And we're trying to eliminate the art or the personal mistakes that you and I can make on a daily basis. So we have to keep all that in mind and keep grounded. And it is very tough not to, because every day I am in Wall Street bets. I look, I do look. You know, it's like a train wreck. You got to look over there and see what's going on. But I also go to Theta Gang. And unfortunately, Theta Gang has turned into the same thing, right? That people are, as Tom said earlier this morning in our group, people are, selling puts and trying the wheel on the meme stocks as well. It's just not going to end well. Now, if you stop long enough, then it perhaps could. If you YOLOing on something and you go, man, I got a 300% gain, you get out, you never trade again, you may do okay. But what these people will find is that the adrenaline of that rush is so great that they will find the need to do it again. And over time, there's not a positive expectancy on just YOLOing into trades. You only live once, unless you're Shirley MacLaine, right? So she's going to come back as a vulture or something. So we got to keep all that in mind. That, and as Ken said, we don't see the losses. Well, sometimes we see the losses, and people go on and they'll post their significant losses. And that's why, with what we do here, I try to be as transparent as possible. So the main account has struggled some this year, but we've not blown out. We've not had significant losses. So we're up a bit on the year. The AIM account is killing it. So we've made a pivot to have the main account incorporate some AIM into it, which has been really, really good. So it's Thursday. So let's form our opinion for the next 7 days, okay? So how do we form our opinion of what's going to happen over the next 7 days? We were a little bit bearish over the last week. So let's change this from 10 days. Let's go to 3 months, 1 day. Let's look at this. So we were bearish over the last week, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So back here was when we said, hey, we're probably going to be a little bit bearish for the next week. Well, what happened? Boom, we got it. Then it went back up, didn't it? So look at price now is testing the overbought area. And what do we see now? So what we see now, and I like looking at things so was our assumption correct? Maybe for a day. We've had a couple of down days, right, in the SPY. But let's now go back to our regular 10-day, 30-minute chart. And let's see what we're looking at now for the next week. So now price has become oversold. But it is above its 20, 50, and 200-day averages. So what am I still kind of looking for? Because it's oversold, I'm looking for a reversion back into this area. Knowing, however, that because we're above the 20, 50, and 200, that it could still just keep going probably up to here. But a potential filling of this gap and going back to the main point of control where price has traded the most over the last 10 days. Right? This is where the volume has traded. So that's kind of so what is my hypothesis? Well, this is pointing to perhaps going back in because we're overbought, going back into the fair zone. But over here, this indicates that it could easily climb up to here. So I'm kind of a neutral over the next week, right? Neutral. I mean, that shows bullish. This shows a little bearish, but that's not significant bearish. So I'm pretty neutral for the next week. I don't think we're going to have any humongous moves, which means we'll probably have a humongous move. So I'm just setting the tone. So then I've got to go, okay, so if we're looking at AIM, what am I thinking? And one of my variables, oh my gosh, I was changing this with Dr. Kingdom yesterday, sorry. So that's going to give me a bunch of stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep it about, I'm going to keep it at about 75% in stocks and my ETFs. So that's the first decision you got to make, right? Let's go 75% there. Let's keep that there. All right. So why don't we? Guess it doesn't help to do the privacy thing after you do it. Let's see. Let's do. Let's record our stats in here first. So this account is at. Okay, if my thingy will show it here. Come on, Face ID, baby, Face ID. Where's Steve Jobs when you need him? So this account right now is at, unbelievable. Would not show my net. So when I hide it on here, it won't show it on here. Oh, here we go. We had to do this later. Let me take it off the screen. See what my dang net lick is in this account. All right. So the net lick in this account is 41. Let's go record it. Baim net lick. So today we hadn't updated this since last Thursday. So today's the 10th in the year of our Lord 21. So how have we done in a week? This is kind of cool, right? So we are at 41,980.71. So in a week, we are up $672.48. So that gives us a, go back to privacy mode. So that gives us a $6,980 gain, 19.94%. Very cool. Now, it's not fair unless we contrast it with how we're doing in the SPY. So let's go to our SPY net lick and record it. So let's see how our SPY is doing. SPY is 6, 10, 21. How do we know how SPY is? Well, let's go to SPY dashboard and let's put in the current price of SPY. So current price of SPY is 423.24. 423.24. So we'll go 423.24. So that gives us a portfolio value of 37,508.78. 37,508.78. 37,508.78. So we were up $600 and something, and SPY is up $424. Beautiful. So what is the return on SPY? So SPY for the year is now up 7.17%. We are up 19.94%. Sweet. I like how we're doing. Now this stupid thing doesn't automatically update. So let me do this. See if I can get this. I was having trouble with this the other day. Select my data. So let's go edit my dates. If I edit my dates, I go there through June the 10th. And then let me edit this. There we go. So our net licks there. I like to see our little graphical representation. Some of us are numbers people, and some of us like seeing pictures. And I like pictures. Yeah, see, that did that the last time, and I don't know why. So let's do this. Edit. Edit. Edit, edit, edit. And I know if you collect the whole chart, it should update automatically, but for some reason I'm having trouble with it doing that. There we go. So then this is, we are at, what was it? 19.94. Let's go back and do it. So we have our nice little graph. 19.94. So we've gone up in the last week, right? 19.94. 19.94. And the evil S&P 500 is up 7.17. So let's go back there and give it credit where credit is due so we can see 7.17. Beautiful. I like what I'm seeing. So we do see that we had a little downturn there for a day, and then boom, we're up again. And notice The graph is consistently up. So we like what we're doing. We really like what we're doing. And notice all this time when we've been going up, the S&P 500 has basically been pretty stagnant. And that's what my comment was in the Discord room today, is that, well, if we look, the market has been just, just stale, because everybody's not focusing on the S&P 500 and the Dow and the Nasdaq. Everybody's focusing on the meme stocks. So that's okay. So y'all go over there, and we're going to let premium decay and do what we need it to do in our accounts. But I'm very, very proud of the performance of this account so far. I want it to all blow up, go to heck. So what we've got to do now, we've said now that we're going to keep it at 75% in stocks based on our analysis of what we see in the coming week. So now it's kind of time to go in here and to do all of this, right? So let's do it real quick, like. So IV rank. Now beta, we don't have to worry about, because if you got your little formula, and I provided y'all all with the spreadsheet this week, it automatically pulls beta from somewhere, right? It gets the financial information, is built some way within Excel. So it pulls that in. So you ain't got to worry about that. And how much weight do I give to beta? 14%. Why? Because I want to reward those that are moving in excess of what the market moves. So SPY has a beta of 1. You see, we are rewarding the highest, which looks like 3.56. AGQ and silver gets rewarded because it's a big mover. And Lacello said you want big movers in this thing, and that's what we've done. All right, IV rank. Where do I get that? I want you to know that. So, open you a free account if you don't have an account with Tastyworks. And here's where I get it. Let me just make sure everybody sees where I get that. So I click on my stock positions, and it's one of the things that I've added in the gear over here that showed me right there, IV rank. So it's one of the things that you can add out here to keep up with. And so one of the ones I have is IV rank. So, how is it doing with IV? So the ones that have the highest IV are rewarded in our little system here in our algorithm. So the higher the IV, the more Alec goes to that. But at the same time, I don't have a lot of weight to put on IV. You say, Bobby, why even bother? I've got 1% in the weighting of IV. It's one of my components, and it's working well, so I'm not going to change it. So I'm going to just put those in there. So UMDD is 17.2. And it's kind of cool. You can see is IV going up or down, right? So it's going down in this one. 17.2. Okay. UBT is 26.4. Wow, look, last time at ULE, y'all, was 56.8. So ULE is 10.6. Boy, did that go down. Look, and it went from do nothing to sell a share because it went down. Cool, huh? The algorithm's working. AGQ is 10.1. So we're seeing volatility going down in a lot of these underlines. ERTI is 5.8. Wow, that really went down. See if it changes our thing. Yep, it went to do nothing to sell one share. TQs are 2.2. Volatility is contracting in all these things, y'all. Wow. UDAO, 0.6. Jeez Louise. Okay, ugly is 12.6. Still going down in everything. UCO is 25.6. Went down just a bit. UPRO is 8.8. Oh, 2.4. It's going down in everything, y'all. So junk, 3.8. Well, that really went down. And let's look what SPY is. SPY is at 6.5. So volatility across the board is down. All right. It's kind of neat to look at. So now let's look at the 5-day return. So if the 5-day return, I've got a weight of 8%. On the 1-month return, I've got 10%. And I'm saying I'm going with, if you've got a great 3-month % return compared to the S&P, I'm really rewarding you by giving 12%. But then I'm also giving a 5% because we make our changes weekly in this account. If you have outperformed the S&P 500 in the last 5 days, I'm giving you credit for that too. So not only do you get credit for your overall 5-day return, but you get credit of 5% for your outperformance of the S&P in a 5-day manner. So let's record this. And you're like, well, Bobby, how in the devil do you get? How do you get that? Well, that's pretty cool because you get that by going to TradingView. Now you can get this in Thinkorswim or other charting software that you may have. But I just like how it looks here. Look, isn't that pretty? So I got the 5-day, and this is a comparison chart. So how do you do it? Well, you look up SPY, right? So it's got SPY. You'll see SPY right there. And then you go compare, and you put in all your other signals. What's my little message here? My thing. Chat. I'm going to log on with my tablet so I can go prepare the salmon. There you go. It's salmon day, baby. Put you some bourbon glaze on there. Oh, with some brown sugar. Oh, it's good. A little teriyaki sauce in there. Man. Oh, by the way, next time you're in your grocery store, I want you to go to the sauce aisle where they got their little sauces and get soy vey. A Jewish person and an Asian person married, and they created a sauce company, and it is delicious teriyaki sauce. Oh, it's better than like what you get in a restaurant. It really is good. Soy vey. All right, so let's see how everybody has done. So this is a 5-day return. So you're just going to put these percentages in. Now you got to be careful because every one of them has a negative sign. See that? They ought to take that out because it's confusing. It looks like that's negative, but no. Only the ones that have that little double negative are negative, right? The rest of them are positive. So we're just going to record those. I say we just record those. Let's move that over to the side so that I can do my stuff. So 5-day returns. And I'm getting to where I'm learning my colors too, which is helping a lot. It's making it quicker. So UMDD was 0. Over the last 5 days, it's underperforming. So it says do nothing on the take action in the right. So let's see if this changes anything. So now it's negative 2.41. No, it's 2.41. Told you got to be careful. The algorithm is only as good as the data that you and I put in. So it went from do nothing to buy 4 shares. All right, because it overperformed what it did last time. O is 0.32. Everything's so slow. 0.32. And ULE. Where's ULE? ULE. Unbelievable. I can't find it. Sometimes when I can't find it, I put 0 on it. I think that's why I did that last time. AGQ is 0.59. So it was negative. So now it's 0.59. ERT is 2.41. Same thing as UMDD. That's interesting. 2.41. TQs are 4.15. UDAL, is our least performer. This is negative 0.92. Dang it. So it went from do nothing to sell 2 shares. Ugly is 0.23. And UCO, how's oil doing the last 2 days? It's up 1.05% the last 5 days. UPRO is 1.32. So I'll try to do this quickly. O is 1.52. Junk, that's our little bond fund, 0.45. And our S&P over the last 5 days is 0.47%. All right, so there you go. So then you need to get the 1 month return. How do you do the 1 month return? Very easy. You hit one button. So if you've got your little comparison chart on the 5-day, all you got to do is hit your little button down here that says 1M. So let's hit 1M. See how it changes things. So now we're looking for, we're going to reward UCO because it's outperforming everything else over the last month. And we're going to punish UDAL for being the lowest. Just move that over to the side. Someone shared the link. What is that? Can someone talk to me what that link is while I'm putting in my returns? UMDD 2.92. UBT is 6.29. Nice. ULE 0.84. Silver 2.13. ERDI 5.88. TQs are 8.14. UDAL is negative 3.28. And ugly 5.58. Boy, I need some new glasses. I got to order them. I got my prescription. UCO is the highest performer at 14.35. UPRO is 0.54. O, our real estate little investment trust, is 3.97. Hey, I get a dividend on the 15th. I can't wait. Junk is 0.39. And the SPY is 0.37. Okay. Now then, all you do is hit the little 3-month button at the bottom, and it'll tell us who our outperformers are there. So in our 3-month numbers, and looks like UMDD is 11.73. UBT 2.85. ULE 3.8. Silver is 12.86. ERDI is our underperformer, y'all. Negative 0.45. TQs are 25.24. UDAL 24.94, very close. Ugly is 20.72. I was looking at a picture of my kids this morning. They're at Vacation Bible School, and I go, you know what? I got some pretty kids. Now, I would never tell them this, but they're prettier than I was at that age. And of course, I've blossomed over the years, so I'm at my, I would say, my hottest right now. I think Beth would agree too. 28.6. We're watching a show that's got a what is it? Dear John or something. Love John. Some old gal killed her husband. They got a divorce and everything. He did it really bad too by leaving her after she. I think it's called Dear John. And
did you watch the first Dear John?
Yeah, I watched the first Dear John too.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Are you watching the second one too about this old gal?
Amanda wants to, but we haven't started yet.
We're watching it right now, and you know, Beth and I will pause the TV show to have deep conversations during the shows. And I was like, I paused it last night. I said, you know what? I said, I think I'm happier right now in our marriage than I've ever been. And so we were having a good talk about that, and it just killed me that old guy, you know. I mean, you know, he got the hot secretary, and she become his little paralegal, and nothing against her at all, but it was really sad that, you know, this woman had been with him through thick and thin, and all of a sudden he just kicks her to the curb, like, you know. And I know women kick guys to the curb too sometimes, but you know, it's kind of tragic. But now she did go a little bit overboard by killing him, y'all. Right? I told Beth, I said, listen, if you really want out, I said, please tell me, don't kill me, don't poison my yoo-hoo, right? I mean, don't do that. Just tell me. I said, we'll work it out. I mean, my goodness. All right, so now we're going to go to our linear regression, and I do it over a 1 month time frame, right? 1 month, and just add linear regression to your chart on TradingView, your free account, and then just look at, you know, is it up or down? Well, that thing is up. So we're going to reward UMDD by being up. I'm going to keep this here because y'all need to see these. This is important. UMDD is up. All right, last time UBT was sideways. That'd be like Matt. You know, his wife's got 2 master's degrees. You know, he's been by her side the whole time. 3 master's degrees. And then all of a sudden she goes, wow, I'm gonna find, you know, the pool boy or somebody, and then she leaves poor old Matt behind. You know, that would not be right, right? So I kind of took my vow real seriously. You know, I
He
was like,
has. How much money he has?
what? How much money you have, or what?
The
Oh, how
pool
much
boy.
money the pool boy, right?
Yeah.
Well, I did tell Beth. I said, now listen, I'm gonna call that sideways too. I told Beth, I said, listen, when I pass, you have free reign, girl. I said, go find you some hot stud, right? I said, go for it. And you can use my life insurance money and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to haunt you. ULE, I'll call that up, I think. You know, that's kind of upward. What did I call it last time? Sideways. I'm going to reward it this time. I'm going to say that this was up. Oh, man. Look, it won't let me. Hold on. I'm going to call it up. Sorry, my kids just got home from vacation. Now see what happened, and it messed up. I got to figure that out. But if that happens, do Control C and Control V, and then forward. All right, hush, Sock Rocket, come here. AGQ. But would you be mad, like Matt? Let's say that you went on to Glory. Are you gonna be mad if you were to find somebody else, or is that off the table? Have y'all had that talk? Or?
We have not had that talk.
AGQ, I'm gonna say that's kind of flat. I wouldn't call that down. I'm gonna call that flat. Well, see, how long y'all been married?
It will be 5 years in 6 days.
Oh yeah, y'all have not had that conversation yet. Y'all still in that little thing. But the day will come when she's gonna go. You know, she'll look at you over at you. You know, she'll flash them little eyes at you, and she's gonna go. You know, if I were to pass, would you? Now here's what you got to say. She's gonna say, "Would you ever get with somebody else?" And you say, "No, honey. Listen to me. It doesn't matter what she says. It doesn't matter what I'm gonna call that up, y'all. You tell her, oh, honey, oh, heck no, right? Yeah, so that's up. Yeah, never make that mistake of saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to find me a younger hottie. Oh, yeah, never, Matt. Listen to me. I'm giving you that. Never tell her that you would. But see, Beth, when I was in the hospital for 6 months on my deathbed, this old guy was reaching out to Beth going, how's Bobby doing? You know, you think he's going to die? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, he's ready to move in. I mean, dude's ready to come on into the house. What, Beth? I'm just telling him a story, Beth. She said, well, I stopped with the love of the Lord. So I'm going to say TQQQs are up. Oh man, I hate when it does that. So here we got to do Control C, Control V. Yeah, that should fix it. How's Bobby doing? I know he's probably about to pass on to glory, pass over Chili Jordan's tide. All right, UDAL is, I'm going to call that flat, y'all. That is flatter than a flittle. All right, so UDAL is sideways. So let's change that to sideways. There we go. Ugly was up last time. Yeah, there's things you never make that mistake of saying, you know. It's like when I asked Beth, do I look fat in this? I mean, she's always going to say, no, Bob, you look hot. So ugly, I would say that's up. And she ever did say, hey, Bob, you look fat, Matt. Then I'm going to, now she will say, you know, that's a little tight on you sometimes. Like she bought me this new shirt and it's a little tight because I've lost some weight, right? But after I went to the Golden Corral the other day, I ain't gonna lie to you, I unbuckled it a little bit on the way home. I had to undo a button or two. All right, so UCO is up last time. Man, y'all probably at the stage in y'all's marriage, UCO is up. Y'all probably at the stage in y'all's marriage that, yeah, it was up last time. Okay, UPro, that y'all probably have never even passed gas in front of each other. Yes or no?
Au contraire.
Okay, so you have. You know, listen, you know it's love, y'all. The day that the first time that happens, you know, and it's like an accident because you're just sitting there on the couch, you know, like it also like you was there by yourself, and then all of a sudden you just let her fly, baby. and the air biscuit is in the air, and you know. All right, so O was. You do remember the first time though, probably like you like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, I forgot you see it. That's when you know you're comfortable with somebody.
We may have done that before we got married.
See, that's good. I mean that. Oh man, I dropped my mouse. I don't think I can reach it. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can reach it. I don't want to stand up because I'm in my underwear. Come here, dang it. Yeah. All right, so O is up. Y'all might have done that before. I love it. O is up. All right, let's go to junk. Junk was sideways last time. What is it today? Junk is up. So let's change that to up. Darn. Control C, copy that one, paste it down here. And then I always it doesn't have any effect on the algorithm. At this point, I hadn't finished the ultimate algorithm that'll tell us the percentage to be in. But when I do that, I like looking at what SPY is. SPY is basically going to tell us how much allocation to put into this. So SPY, I'm saying that's up, y'all. Let's go back to SPY. Now, you really know your marriage is going good when you can do that in front of your father-in-law and mother-in-law. Matt, can you come in on that one?
It'd be a little more of a stretch.
Oh, hell. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Like I can remember, used to, we would go every Friday night after I got home from Birmingham from working. We'd go to Douglasville to Ruby Tuesdays. We didn't have one closer then. And best mom would be in the car. And I remember every now and then you'd float an air biscuit and she'd go, Bobby! You know. Now, if I've never told you the story about her pulling a knife on me, y'all, that was a classic. I'll tell you that sometime. We won't get into that day. And also, she she almost called the police on me. She did not like me and Beth seeing each other. Oh my gosh, that was, those days. Okay, so we draw our big green monster that you all know about, and we see that UMDD is in the fair zone. It's fairly priced. If I can say a little bitty green spot right there. So it's in the fair zone, and it's below the 20, below the 50, and above the 200. So we're going to go fair, below, below, above. Fair, below, below, above. Now I see if putting it above here will have any effect on it. It should probably reward it. Look at there. It went from sell 3 shares to buy 5 shares because on the 200-day average, I've got it ranked at 15. My highest, right along with the big green monster. Okay. So let's go to UBT. I miss that old bird. We had some good times. Now, when she was in the hospital on her deathbed, God love her, she had it in her head that I wanted to put her in a nursing home. And I think she died without forgiving me for that. I think she thought I was wanting to put her in a home, and I didn't. I didn't want her in a home, but I think she was like, she told Beth's sister, she said, don't let him put me in a home. And anyway, so here's the fair zone, right? So we say that this is overbought, right above the fair zone. It's overbought and above, above, and above. No, I would have never done that to her. I might have thought about it. Oh, wow, y'all. So it says do nothing, but now we got to change this to above. Now it's saying buy 2 shares above and above. So now it's saying buy 6 shares. But see, when you adjust one, it has an effect on every one of them, doesn't it? So that's overbought. So let's go to ULE. Yeah, I miss my mother-in-law though. And that she died while we were in Missouri. We had gone to Missouri to Branson. And what am I now? I'm on the wrong thing. We had gone to Branson. And I'd never been to Branson before. And Beth didn't want to go because her mama was sick, and I was like, oh, she'll hang through there till we get back. And of course, she didn't. And I thought, that's just like her to die in my dang vacation. I thought that was her ultimate, get back at Bobby thing. All right, so this is the fair zone, right, on ULE. And now price is in the oversold category, below, above. Oversold, below, above. Oversold, below, above. Below. Let's see if it gets rewarded by being above. Let's see if it does. Above. Good Lord, buy 35 shares. Boy, it really loved that, didn't it? All right. And it liked the fact that it's oversold too. So if it's oversold, it's thinking, hey, it's going to come back in. Whoever developed this algorithm, I mean, must be just the stuff, huh? Yeah, whatever. So we had to drive back to the funeral from Branson. But while we were in Branson, do y'all remember when that duck boat, those duck boats, you remember when it went under and drowned and killed all those people? We were on the duck boat on Tuesday, and it was the same duck boat company on Thursday where it killed all those people. So everybody and their mama was trying to call me and get in touch with me and text me, and people at work were like, are y'all okay? We heard about all those people getting killed in the duck boat. And I'm like, oh, wow, it was amazing because, the duck boat goes into the water and it's got those plastic flaps on the side. And I thought to myself, even while I was in it, I go, man, if this boat ever went down, it'd be hard to swim through those things. And it killed all those people. And I can remember our boat captain said, she says, y'all hold on. And they go over the safety precautions and everything, where the life jackets were and everything. And she's like, we've never had an accident and we're not about to have one today. 2 days later. Oh, that's why you never say, like, when you're the captain of the Titanic, God himself couldn't sink this boat. Oh, it's just so tragic. And I thought, man, that could have been my kids on that boat. All right, so AGQ is fair, above. AGQ, fair, above. Fair value, above. Look there, how much this can change in a week. Isn't that amazing? So it's going to love this. It's got us selling 5 shares. Now it's got us selling 4 shares. Now it's got us doing nothing. Now watch this one. This one's really going to. Now it's got us buying 8 shares. Cool. All right, Erty. I always go wrong, like Erty. So I will never do one of those duck boats again. Oh, so sad. That was a big old lake out there. But I loved Arkansas. Man, going through Arkansas and seeing all the plants and the crops and the fields, it's really something. So this is fair. This is overbought, oversold. So Erty is oversold, below, above. Hey guys, Daddy's in a class. Overbought, oversold, below, above. I'll never remember that. Oversold, below. Below, above. And Matt being in Kentucky, I got a music scholarship to the University of Kentucky back during the day. And when I remember going up to Kentucky, and I thought, man, when I was going to audition, with Vincent DiMartino, Vincent was he was the trumpet instructor, famous trumpeter at the University of Kentucky. So this is in the fair zone, above. And I went up there and I thought, man, I cannot wait to see University of Kentucky, because I had in my mind it's going to be like rolling hills and horses and all that kind of stuff. So we got to Lexington and we got to the university, and I'm like, this thing is in the middle of a darn city. I didn't see rolling hills or horses or anything.
Lexington's way too big to be as small as it is.
Yeah, I was like, it's just was not at all what I was expecting. I thought, man, rolling hills and horses, baby.
You made the right choice by going to JSU.
I did, didn't I? I did. So,
And then to go to Alabama. Alabama's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And we got a good softball team too, dang it. You down. What am I doing?
I
But isn't
bet
that
Alabama is probably the winningest school of 2021, if you think about it.
well? And the football program, lifts all boats too, right? Because it's in the news. People know about the University of Alabama. So I'm gonna say that's below.
But if you think about it, the they won the national championship. Boys basketball won the SEC championship. Softball won the SEC championship.
Yeah, it's
I
incredible,
mean,
isn't it?
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people go to Alabama, y'all, because of the football team. And you got to figure if the football team's got good facilities and all that kind of stuff, man, I'd go play. I'd be in the water polo team in Alabama, man. I'd be like, yeah, I just love Alabama. And I know a lot of people probably just hate us, but I just, it's just a special school to me. All right, so ugly is fairly priced. Look at that. Everything's converging, y'all. We about to have a move, I think. Look, this thing's fixing to go swoosh or swoosh. Ugly is fairly priced above, above, above. Ugly, fair, above, above, above. All right, so we're almost finished. We're almost ready to make our trades. UCO. And I hope y'all don't mind that we talk about life, liberty, food, music, all kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, the song that I was playing, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Is it John Mayer or is it Meyer? John Mayer? I think it's Mayer, isn't it? So a guy that I respect on Facebook was talking about his new album and how good it was. And I was listening to it. I go, that's pretty good. I don't think I've ever heard any of his music. So it was good me listening to Matt. Is it Mayer or Meyer? Mayer? John Mayer?
John Mayer.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I didn't want to act like I was, you know, stupid in front of all y'all, but y'all realize the game. So we're in the fair zone. We're below, above, above. Fair, below, above, above. Fair, below, above, above.
The track kids put me on a rapper named J. Cole.
Is it pretty good?
It's okay.
Yeah. I've done a little rap in my day. Yo, check
Let's
it
hear
out.
it.
I got a next door neighbor. I could tell he been watching my behavior. Yo. Huh? What do you
That's
think about
pretty
that?
good.
I mean, off the cuff, right? Trust me, that ain't the first time I've done that. And that was what's the guy, the Christian rapper? That's his little song. Yo, check it out. I got a next door neighbor. I could tell he been watching my behavior. Yo, and I don't remember what the rest of it was. So this one is overbought, above, above, above. Overbought, above, above. Overbought. Let's hear you do a little bit, Matt. Above, above, above. You whoop out a little something.
I don't even do that for my closest friends.
Oh, so now you're saying I'm not one of your closest friends. I got you. I thought we were tight, baby.
I mean, close, but not closest.
Got you.
Like, not even the guys that were in my wedding.
Really? You wouldn't rap for them, huh? Y'all didn't do a
No,
wedding rap?
definitely not.
Well, my best friend at my wedding on our video gave me the best advice I've ever heard. He goes, Bobby, he said, you'll have a happy marriage if you'll realize this. He said, what's hers is hers, and what's yours is hers. I said, if you'll remember that, you'll have a happy marriage. And I thought, I'll be dang. So far, so good. Above, above, above. Fair, above, above, above. Y'all get me all distracted. Fair, above, above, above. So nothing changes there. So let's go to junk. That's our last one. Well, we will do spy too. Junk. What? I'm gonna give you some parenting advice too while we're on here. We talk about life, liberty, the pursuit of justice. Fair, above, above, above. Never let your kid watch Caillou. Please tell me you don't let your kid watch Caillou, man.
She watches Coco Melon.
Coco Melon is like 1,000 times better than Caillou. Caillou is the brattiest kid on the planet, and if you let your kid watch that, your kids will become brats. Ask me how I know. It ain't because my kids watch them, but somebody I know, someone real close to me, has let their kids watch Caillou, and I swear they are the spitting image of Caillou. And you don't want your kids being, "Hi, mom, I'm not," just the brattiest of all kids. So Spy is overbought, above. Overbought, above. OB, above. And that does not do anything to the algorithm. It's just I like monitoring it, right? So now, y'all, we have our suggested allocation. So if you hadn't done this on your spreadsheet, you could just simply, if you say, man, I'm just going to copy Bob, you could copy this right here, right? You could just take those numbers, put them in, and it would show you the stuff that you got to do. So let's see if we can do all this stuff. So it's got me buying some shares. It's got me selling some shares. It's got me doing nothing on some of those. So we're going to take its opinion because the algorithm has been really, really strong. So let's bring it back over. And I'll show y'all too what I do in the other account. Makes it easy. So if you're doing this in 2 accounts, this will make it so easy for you. So it says, first of all, I'll get that up. It says I need to buy 5 shares of UMDD. All right, we can do that. So we'll go to UMDD and we hit on the ask and we'll change that to 5. Chip ain't. Here we go. UBT wants me to buy 3 shares. Click on the ask, change it to 3. Now, I watched enough Door Explorer that I know a little bit of Spanish now. I know what an abuela is. That's your grandma. Vamonos. Come on. Vamonos. Buy 30 shares. Because Abby, came from Guatemala. And I remember when we got her, she was 9 months old, and people were like, does she speak any English? I'm like, hell, she's 9 years. She's 9 months old. Let's see, ULA, we'll go buy 30 shares. Does she, do y'all have to talk to her in Spanish? She's 9 months old. And now Abby's in summer school. Guess for what? Guess what class? Anybody want to guess?
Spanish.
Having to go to summer school because she failed Spanish. Unbelievable. All right, AGQ. But she's only got to go for 3 weeks. Thank goodness. All right, AGQ, buy 7 shares. Matt, let's hear you whoop out a little Spanish. Right.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
¿Qué pasa, Bato? Right, so that's AGQ. So now Ertie, we've got to, Ertie says sell 1 share. Look at us. Ertie.
¿Cómo se llama?
What does that mean?
What is your name? Me llamo es Matt. ¿Dónde es el baño? Where's the bathroom?
Now, does your wife ever say, oh, Matt, talk to me in Spanish or anything like that?
No.
Not yet, because she probably hadn't heard you talk about it a lot, right?
That's true.
So if you started whooping that out. Now, we used to go to Lafayette, Carrollton, Georgia. It was great. And our friend Bert was the manager there. And Bert would teach me a word every time that we came in. And so we're buying 5 shares of TQQ. And the only thing I remember Bert teaching me is, well, I remember Feliz Año Nuevo, which is Happy New Year. Like Feliz Navidad is like Happy Christmas or whatever. TQQ by 5.
What'd you say it was?
Feliz Año Nuevo, annual like year, Nuevo.
Yeah.
Feliz Año Nuevo, so it's like Happy New Year, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Plato
Feliz
Caliente.
Cumpleaños.
How about
Happy
this?
birthday.
Plato Caliente. You know what that means?
Hot plate.
Yeah, that's important, y'all. When they come out and you go, Plato Caliente. So you, Dow, we're going to sell 13 shares. Plato Caliente.
La Playa, the beach.
Oh,
That's a good
really?
one.
That's good.
Laplaya, Playa.
Now try this one. You ugly and your mama dresses you funny. How would they say that in Spanish? Beth says, why don't you work on trading instead of what, Beth? Say it, Beth. Instead of the junk that I'm talking about. Well, we're trying to fill air, Beth. I mean, we're just putting in trades, but you got to, you need to talk about life and stuff. She says, I asked Matt too many questions. All right, so we're selling 3 shares of ugly.
I don't know how to say ugly,
Okay.
but I'd say y su mamá.
Yo,
I don't
mama,
know.
your mama dressed you funny. Is that it? That's funny.
I'll get back to you on that.
Please, hey, look, you ugly and your mama dresses you funny. Yeah, we got to hear that in Spanish. That's what I want to do. All
Okay.
right, so
So
you go. We're selling 9 shares. Yeah.
my neighbor that just moved onto our street is a
Uh,
Spanish teacher.
oh
She's from
wow.
Spain.
Oh,
So
that's gonna be great.
I will ask her if I see her today.
I want to know that. All right, so O's our last one, y'all. So O is oh, this is great. We've got a Spanish teacher in our Sunday school class, and I need to ask.
Get some in my hand.
What?
Get
What's
some
in your
Germex
hand?
in my hand.
What's in your hand?
Germex.
Germex. Let me smell. Ooh, that smells good. So in O, we're gonna sell 4 shares.
So it's you ugly and your mama dresses you funny.
Did the kids not say that to you when you was little, or they just said that
No.
to me? Okay, so you must have been a cool little kid. I was a fat kid, and they go, "You ugly, and your mama dressed you funny." That was the ultimate insult, man. If people said you was ugly, and then they brought your mama into it and said that your mama dresses you funny, because I was wearing terry cloth shirts back in the day. I remember this orange terry cloth shirt. Have you ever wore a terry cloth shirt? If you can wear a terry cloth shirt, you are something, my friend. Hey, this is good though, y'all. Look, our profit has gone up, and I'll bet you this camp goes up $300 every day. I bet it'll be up $300 time the end of the day after we made these changes. So it's up 140, 151. Keep going up, baby. Go to 200 before we get out of here. So y'all have not seen me enter the trades on the spreadsheet. I don't know if that's useful to you or not. Does anybody need me to see that or not? Because it is important, because all this stuff makes up together. So if you go aim activity, right, this is where you do the trade. So what I would do is I'll go to my activity tab and I'll just put these in here. Let me just do one of them all along. We talked about a bunch of junk day and a lot of trading, but uh, let's see this one now. And then we need to update our Greeks on this one. So all I do, here's how I do it. I go, oh, I do everything I traded. UGL, UDAL, PQQQ, URTY, AGQ, EUBT, and UMDD. And then what I do is I go, okay, 610, 21, 610, 21. And then what I do is I'll go get that. And then Matt taught us how to do this, that you poof it all down there. So it does 610, right? Then I enter the trade price 71.21, 71.98, 65.84, 73.78, 107.99, 117.93, 53.25, 15.5, 50.26, and 32.37. Now, when you're doing the way that we do it, this will always say yes. New capital, rebalancing, or new underlying. If you're using the AIM, a lot of times this will be no. So if you ever get confused on that, if you're doing the Baim, this is always going to be yes. So make that a yes, right? And then what I do here is I'll carry this down to show you how I do it. Highlight it, then grab that, turn it down like that. Beautiful. And then we'll do it here and bring that down. That's our governor that tells us not to sell or buy too much, kind of keeps things in line. And then what I'll do, let's see if I can find the formula here. And the reason I hate Tasty Works is because they'll charge me a penny on these things. But let me just show you what you would do if you're on Thinkorswim. So you would go equals B143 times D143, right? So then you got to put your shares in there. So on O, we did negative, good Lord. I need glasses. -4, -9, -3, -13, 5, -1. 30 is -1, 7, 30, 3, and 5, right? So then we'll take our little formula and we'll pull it down. So now everything should work. Yeah. Right. So then your governor, decision maker, and you ain't got to worry about what this is. It's just a governor that I put in on how to control that. And this keeps up with how many times in a row you've either bought or sold. So on ugly, our last three, well, let's see what it is. Our last 4 decisions have been to sale. Isn't that cool? So it's ugly's not been performing too good. So you see we bought twice in a row on TQ. So that's what all that is. It just tells our streak and our current streak. So how I programmed that, I have no idea. I must have been having a good day. All right, so then I was going to show you one more thing. Oh, let's look at our Greeks first. Then we'll be finished. We're going just a little long, and it normally takes a little long. So let's see how we're doing now. Look at this, y'all. Oh my gosh. My deltas are 6. My Vega is 11 positive. And I have positive 78 theta with all of these underlines. How much flatter can I be? I mean, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. And I've got options buying power. You've seen this account have nothing in it, right? And today I've got $3,000 of buying power. I could do all kind of trades, but I don't need to. My Vega's under control. My Delta's under control. And I got positive theta. So while everybody in the world is in meme stocks, we've got an account that's up 20% in 70 days. That ain't bad. Then if you're doing this in multiple accounts, let me show you the cool thing here. And then I promise I'll let you go. So this is my AIM account, right? So then I've got, let's do my Baim account. And I'll show you how easy it is to do this across multiple accounts. So I'm going to make the same decision to stay 75% into the things. So this is Baim. So then go to your allocation tab and you go, oh my gosh, I got to do this. And no, you don't. Watch this. Here's what you do. Well, I did this last week and it worked well. So I go to my AIM account. This is the one that I just changed, right? Let me save it, by the way, so we don't mess it up. And then if you are managing multiple portfolios and you go, man, I got to do this again. No, you don't. Here's what you do. You start here. Now, don't get the SPY stuff in it. I found out that the SPY will mess it up, but copy this. Look, we're going to go across. Look at us. Look at us. So then we're going to go. And now you see, now that I've entered those trades, what does it tell me to do? It tells me to do nothing, right? Because we've made the changes. So if you'll go through B2 through 13 through W13, right click and copy. Now let's go to the Baim spreadsheet. Now watch it not work. Now I'm bragging on it. That's typical Bobby stuff. So now we go right here to here. And we'll go right click and we paste. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? By the way, where's my? I wanted to show you that the percentages were the same, but I've got that one hid apparently. So now that I've done that, it'll tell me exactly what I need to do in the other account. So I'm about to go into the main account and I'm going to make these changes. But really on this one, there's nothing for me to do. I was going to make an options trade, maybe to get my theta up. Now, what could I do? I could do an iron condor, right? I could do an iron condor in SPX. Maybe let's look at that SPX to get my theta up a little bit. Let's see theta. Let's see SPX. SPX. Let's trade an iron condor. Short fall vertical. I don't think you and I have ever done an iron condor. Where is one? Iron condor. Look at there. Go to iron condor. Look at this, y'all. So how do we widen our strikes? Width. Will that do it? Yeah, there we go. So if we're doing 5 wide, what we want to correct what $1.50 or so. What's a third of 5? Isn't it $1.66? Look at us. $1.70. Kind of liking that, y'all. Look at this. 42% probability. Well, that ain't nothing. Oh, we're on 15 days away. I don't want 15 days. So that's what you need to do is kind of come up with a, I would probably do the typical 45. There we go. Now we'll go iron condor. Here we go. Now let's work it. Now let's widen them out till we get to about $1.60. 3 times 1.6 is 48. So that's about it, isn't it? $1.60 or so. $1.60. Boy, we're getting that wide, aren't we? Oh, $1.10. I like that. $2. I like that. So what does that have us? That has us at 63% probability, 85% probability of getting it 50%. I like it. Gives us a tad of negative deltas and gives us some theta, which we need. I like it. Buying power efficiency, 15,000 for a 5 watt. Oh, I see. Look, well, we don't want to do that either. So you got to watch that, right? You got to make sure. I was only wanting to do 5 wide, but look, they're 10, and then that's 25 wide. So maybe we won't do an iron condor. What we may do then, probably be better doing spy. What if we did an iron condor and spy together? We haven't done that, have we? 43 days out. Got a short iron condor. Go. All right, here we go. So now let's go widen that puppy out a little bit. Boy, that ain't collecting any money though, is it? Oh, that's only 1 wide. That's why. Hold on a second. Let me get out to, I could do about 5 wide. 429, 434. That's 5 wide. Well, if we went 5 wide here, that'd be down to 514. Now let's look at this. Now, by gosh. Now, here we go. Now let's get that down to about $1.60. Look at that. There it is. Is that 5 wide? You dang right it is. Is this one 5 wide? 412? You dang right it is. Now we got a 40% probability of, I don't like that though. But I do like only $315 of buying power, 165 there, brings in a little bit of theta, a little bit of negative delta, right? That would almost get us to delta neutral. Let's try that. Let's put that in. See if we can fill on an iron condor. All right, we'll let it work. But if that works and we're perfectly flat, we got still positive vega, and we'll even increase our theta more. All right. Did you get the timeshare pitch in Branson? Oh gosh. Listen, I got to tell you this. Okay, Dwayne, you'll love this, right? This is what you're talking about. Amazon. Yes, the teriyaki marinade. Let me click on that. Oh, you got to try that. It is delicious. Let's make sure that's it. Hope y'all don't see all my Amazon orders on it. Yes, soy vey, y'all. Oh, very, very teriyaki. It is so dang good. Trust me. Oh, so good. But yeah, when we were kids, we would go. The only way we had enough money to go on vacations is we found a timeshare pitch, right? And I was a little entrepreneurial Bobby. I was like telling my daddy every day. I was like, "Oh, we got to buy this, Daddy." And Mom and Daddy were like, "Shut up, little Bobby, shut up," because I wanted to buy every timeshare we went to. So that's how I knew we went on vacations because you couldn't. They give you the free hotel. They give you the $5 camera if you went to the presentation for all day. They promise it'd only take an hour and you'd be there for like 7 hours, until they just, finally let you go. It was like being held hostage. And so now I find myself, I told Beth, I said, if we'll just go on one of these timeshares, they'll give us a meal out and everything. And she hates that. Beth, how many have we done like that? She's not in here. But we've done a few like that. And she's like, we'll never do that again. But that's how we paid for our vacations when I was a kid. So if there was not a timeshare pit, she didn't go on vacation. Oh, that brings up great memories. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Got any questions? Let me know. Matt, are we supposed to do something today? When are we doing today?